Why does the realm of the microscopic hold such profound importance in scientific research? The answer lies in the intricate dance of light and matter that unfolds on scales too tiny for the naked eye to see. But with the right tools, we can peer into this hidden world and unravel its secrets. Microscopy and spectroscopy serve as our windows into the infinitesimal, allowing us to probe, analyze, and understand the basic building blocks of life and matter. Microscopy, the science of producing and interpreting images of tiny objects, has a long history, tracing back to the 17th century with the creation of the first light microscope. This primitive tool, using visible light and lenses, could magnify objects up to a few hundred times their actual size. However, the real revolution in microscopy came in the 20th century with the advent of electron microscopy. Here, instead of light, a beam of electrons illuminates the sample. The first type, transmission electron microscopy, or TEM, developed in the early 1930s, allows us to see through samples with atomic-level precision. Fast forward a couple of decades to the 1960s, and we encounter scanning electron microscopy, or SEM, another electron microscopy technique. Unlike TEM, SEM scans the surface of the specimen, providing detailed, three-dimensional images of the sample's surface. In the 1980s, atomic force microscopy, or AFM, emerged, using a tiny probe to feel the surface of a sample. This technique offers exquisite detail, right down to individual atoms. Parallel to microscopy, spectroscopy, the study of the interaction between matter and electromagnetic radiation, has been evolving. The first spectroscopy technique, infrared spectroscopy, came into existence in the early 19th century, providing a method to identify chemical compounds. Later, in the mid-20th century, energy dispersive spectroscopy, or EEDS, was developed. EDS, often used in conjunction with SEM, can determine the elemental composition of a sample. The journey doesn't end here. Other techniques like nanoindentation, thermal analysis, chromatography, and focused ion beam have joined the scientific repertoire, each adding a new dimension to our understanding of the microscopic world. So, what have we learned today? We've seen how the world of scientific research relies heavily on the tools of microscopy and spectroscopy to delve into the minuscule. From the humble beginnings of light microscopy to the atomic detail offered by AFM, the evolution of microscopy techniques has transformed our understanding of the world. Similarly, spectroscopy, from the early days of infrared spectroscopy to the elemental analysis by EDS, has provided us with the means to identify and analyze materials at their most fundamental level. We've also touched on other techniques like nanoindentation, thermal analysis, chromatography, and focused ion beam, each with their unique contributions to the field. In essence, these techniques serve as the eyes and ears of scientists, enabling us to explore the universe on scales from the massive to the minute. They are instrumental in our quest for knowledge, guiding our steps as we venture deeper into the mysteries of the microscopic world.